I have a question for young gamers.
Yeah.
Young gamers, anyone who's trying to make it in the gaming industry, I'm asking this on behalf of you. All right, so artists, creators, influencers, celebrities, entertainers, whatever. The hardest thing in the world is that barrier to entry, that discoverability.
Yep.
When you have that moment where, okay, now this is a career. I have my first kickstart. I'm gonna take this from here to the stars. For me, it was still extremely difficult, but I will say it was easier than being a gamer because all I have to do is make a viral video. Comedy sketch, viral vlog, shareability is built into the type of content I'm creating. Get it? The type of content I'm creating is more conducive to shareability than that of gaming.
Yeah.
So how does a young gamer who's just as charismatic as you, maybe even better at you than a game, maybe not, who has two viewers, how do they get discovered?
Well, you know, I'll preface this by saying this, and I think first I want to turn it back to how kind of, if someone would look at you and they're like, I want to be a YouTuber one day. How did you get started on YouTube, Logan? Well, I subbed to you, and like I told you this before, and like literally your first 1,000 people on YouTube when you were switching from, you were trying to move off platforms from Vine and grow as anyone should, and you've seen the people that have done that, and I thought it was going to be fascinating to see how the different Viners do this. So I followed you on YouTube right away. You were at the Burning Man. It was your Burning Man vlogs, and I remember seeing like, wow, here he goes. So if someone were to ask you and go, hey man, I have 0 sub or five subs on YouTube, what you kind of instinctively have to say is, hey, I leveraged the previous audience I had to give me that first little kickstart to then at least get me somewhere. Because starting from 0 and starting from 10 is infinitely different in an experience, right? Because 10, you have 10 people who can vouch for you, can get eyes on it to at least give you some sort of feedback, some traction to get you going. When you start at 0 people watching a stream, 0 people watching videos, it's a completely different experience. So the first thing that I can say, I know I kind of say this long-winded, I talk a lot, so tell me to shut up whenever. Mike and I probably are pretty similar in that. But is that I didn't start my streaming career at 0. I tried once at 0 and got to like 4 viewers after 2 months and then quit to go back to school and focus on my fraternity and stuff like that. That when I became a commentator and I had that first opportunity to get in front of a screen and did those 40 shows in a row, I then got asked to commentate Call of Duty. I built a bit of a Twitter following from that of like 10 to 15,000 people, so that I then decided, hey, my first job in Burbank, California in 2016 was like $45 grand a year. And I'm in a rent of this place that's like $1,700 a month or something. And I'm like, I'm barely making enough to get by and live life. And I'm like, I need some supplemental income. So let me start streaming. So my first stream had 50 viewers. You know, that's in the top 1%.
I was going to say that's great.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
But that's because I leverage a previous audience. So when people ask me, I get donations all the time, or people will come to my stream and try to get my attention, be like, what do you recommend for someone that's starting at nothing? And it's tough to say because I give my blanket answer, which is you have to be creative. You have to be unique. You have to give people a reason to watch. Why should someone watch you one day and then tune in the next day? You have to collaborate with others. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of shy away from collaborating. A show like Impaulsive, right, is a very collaborative effort. People will absolutely watch you 3 on the show, but then you'll have entirely new audiences tune in for your 6ix9ine episode, or hopefully for this episode. Please like and watch if you guys enjoyed it. So there's the collaboration that comes with it too, but then the blunt answer is that you got to get lucky. There is a luck involved in this. There is absolutely a luck where you mentioned that shareability. Not every video was a banger, but there's that one video that resonates with your audience on Facebook because it gets to the Karens and the moms that share it all. And then next thing you know, that leverage of that Facebook audience then gives you that little bit of extra kick on your YouTube, which is really where you want to grow the platform. Or I tell people right now, TikTok is the #1 place for me. If you're trying to start from 0, you start with TikTok and then funnel it towards something like Twitch.
Can I piggyback off your answer?
Sure.
Because I agree with you. There's a level of luck that all of our influencer friends have had.
Yeah.
Let me give you young viewers, you young creators, gamers, streamers, some tactical advice that may increase your chances of getting lucky.
Here we go. Look at this. This is breaking news.
Here's what I did.
People out there.
Here's what I did. This actually didn't work because I did have my lucky moment.
Yeah.
But if I didn't do these things, maybe I wouldn't have had that lucky moment.
Exactly.
All right. So get creative in how you're showing people your stuff. Bro, when I was making YouTube videos, I would post every single one of them, little snippets, clips, whatever, on iFunny from 10 different accounts and upvote them from the same accounts and try to get them involved in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Now, go on Reddit. Like you said, go on TikTok, the platform of discoverability, the platform of viral content. Anything, and again, I'm not in this phase now, but email your top creators, say, yo, my name's Jack Courage Dunlop. Attach a picture of yourself. Say what your resume is in a short, succinct thing and a highlight reel of the things you do. Maybe it'll catch, if you email 100 creators,
Facebook groups,
anything, maybe it'll catch someone's attention.
LinkedIn.
You have to get your stuff out there. That's all it is. The discoverability and that chance of getting lucky will increase the more you're really putting yourself out there. It may never catch, but it might. I mean, it did for me. It did for you.
Casey Neistat talked about it in his vlogs from years ago. I forget which episode it was, but he literally said, like, listen, your first 10 will be harder than your first 100. Your first 100 will be harder than your first 1,000. Your first 1,000 will be harder than your first 10,000. And it's the truth. It's like once you get that momentum, but it's that first opportunity that is like, it's
Absolutely.
so tough. And when it happens, like, for example, Among Us right now with hip hop, and I'm looking at my girlfriend going, hey, babe, I'm going to be grinding these next couple of weeks while this shit's really hot. I'm going to be getting the hours in. I'm going to be collaborating with all these people. I'm going to be planning these groups. You're going to see a little bit less of me because while the iron's hot, you got to fucking
Push the gas.
strike.
Small window of opportunity.
You got to go.